Hello, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to Monday Morning Melodies. I'm Mike Baker, and I'm here with you for the next 60 minutes to help kickstart our week with a little bit of music. Good way to start the week, isn't it? I'm coming to you in association with the Hume Conservatorium. We're located in Goulburn, New South Wales. And when I look out the window this morning, it's a beautiful Goulburn morning, but boy was it a frosty start. Very cool start in Goulburn today. But when I look outside, I'm seeing a beautiful day. Somehow I think that when you have those cold frosty starts, the colours of the day seem to come up better. The sky's looking beautiful and blue, and the trees that still have their green foliage on them are looking particularly green, except for my poor old Japanese maple out in the backyard. 2 weeks ago it was losing its leaves and it was a beautiful fiery red. But this morning it's lost pretty much every single leaf that it had. Tomorrow is the first day of winter, isn't it? And that means today is the last day of autumn. So I guess we better think about rugging up. I hope you've got your warm clothes out, and I hope you've got your beanies and scarves somewhere at hand where you can easily get to those if you're venturing outside. I'd like to say hello to all of our friends in aged care this morning. Can I also say hello to any of our friends that might be, in residential care, or you might be in care in the community? I'd like to also say good morning and hello to anybody else who just likes to get their week started with a bit of a song in the heart. I was inspired this morning to get underway today. I thought, well, what's a good song to start? And I thought about this one. You know this, don't you? Anyway, when I was playing that through, I thought to myself, you know what? That's also a song that moves in three. So here's a song that can serve dual purpose for us today, getting underway. It's going to be a nice icebreaker. Let's call it an icebreaker for an icy morning. And it's a good one to move to. The song is called Morning Has Broken. You might remember Cat Stevens had a pretty good sized hit with this one back in the day, didn't he? And the good thing about this one, oh, hello, Vicky. Good to have you along this morning. If I start today with a song that moves in three, you'll be able to get a bit of a sway going, I hope. If you've got a bit of mobility today, you might find, if you're on your feet, swaying from side to side in time with the music helps to get the blood pumping. It makes our legs act like pumps. So when I shift my weight from one side to the other, or maybe if you're bedbound today, there's other things you can move anyway. What about our shoulders? We can get those shoulders moving in three. And do you know what? The moment that I start to move my shoulders like that, I feel those tingles up my spine and at the base of my neck. And I'm going back the other way now. And that's a bit of tension and a bit of stress just easing its way out again. When you feel those tingles going through your body, it's the blood being stimulated, things are getting moving in a good way. And of course the other thing we can move is our head. Maybe you can do side to side, maybe you can do a full circle. And as I like to say, anything that we do forwards, we should do backwards. So if you do a little bit of movement one way, turn around and come back the other way then. That's probably pretty good advice. Now, what I would like to do here today is to get this song underway. And have I thanked everybody? No. An important group of people that I need to thank, or say good morning to at least, is our carers. So any carers that are out there that are tuned in this morning, thank you for the work you do. It's always appreciated. And where would we be without our carers, I ask you? The song is called Morning Has Broken, and it moves in a nice gentle 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh dear. Hope I'm not making you seasick at home, am I? Moving from side to side. There we go. All right. Morning Has Broken was a song. It's actually called a traditional song. It's an Irish melody, believe it or not. And Cat Stevens put these beautiful words to it. And here's where it starts. Ready? One more time around. What do you reckon? Here we go. Nice way to start a week. Nice way to start. I think Vicky's on my case this morning. I'm pretty much into make it up as I go mode this morning, Vicky. We'll see how we go. We'll see how we go next time. Anyway, what I'm going to do is to bring things up a little bit in tempo for you now. Hello, Lorraine. Lyrics by Eleanor Farjeon. It is an Irish melody, a traditional Irish melody, so I'm guessing Mr. Cat Stevens just sort of put his voice and guitar onto that, and I happen to know that when he was recording this, he had a few stellar musicians in the studio. Some of you music nuts out there, if you can think back to the 70s and when there were all those supergroups going around, a fellow that used to wear a cape and had the long flowing hair called Rick Wakeman. Absolutely wonderful piano player, keyboard player. He's the one who plays the piano part on that. So I don't know much more about that one, Vicky. I'm not really sure. We'd have to do a little bit of homework on that. What about a little bit of something to maybe get those legs this time? Maybe we can lift the knees a little bit with this one. Something that's moving a little bit more quickly. Like, how about a Carpenter song? Sure, how about if I start that again? Morning Has Broken was followed by on the Top of the World Carpenters song, and maybe a better one to move to, a little bit more activity in that one for you. Let's see what we can do here. I'm on a little bit of an Everly Brothers kick at the moment, so let's see if we can find an Everly Brothers song that might fit the bill. Dream, 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 when I want you in my arms, when I want you, and all your charms, whenever I want you, all I have to do is dream, 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 when I feel blue in the night and I need you to hold me tight whenever I want you, all I have to do is dream. I can make you mine, taste your lips of wine, anytime, night or day. Only trouble is, gee whiz, I'm dreaming my life away. I need you lips of wine, anytime, night or day. Only trouble is, gee whiz, I'm dreaming my life away. I need you so that I could die. I love you so, and that is why whenever I want you, all I have to do is dream. Don and Phil were the Everly Brothers, and writing terrific pop songs and harmonising was their specialty. And I might even drag out a few other Everly Brothers songs next week. I'm thinking of one that's called, let's see, what was that one called? Oh, Bye Bye Love. Is that one? Do, 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 bye bye love, bye bye happiness, hello loneliness, think I'm gonna die. I'll dig out the words for that one next week. We could do a few Everly Brothers. And there's one too that Carole King wrote that the Everly Brothers covered. And I'm going to dig that one out too as soon as I remember the title of it. But I know Carole King gave one of her tunes to the Everly Brothers too. So Everly Brothers had quite a career, didn't they? Don and Phil, and they could harmonise as only brothers can, really. Let's go to some other guys who certainly know how to harmonise. I'm not going to do a disservice to the song. I'll do this one instrumentally, but you'll recognise it. Paul Simon and Art Garfunkel. And those guys could harmonise. In the early days, they called themselves Tom and Jerry. And they were high school buddies. And I guess by the time that their career was peaking, they'd been singing together for a good, 15, 20 years. And that kind of closeness shows in the beautiful harmonies that they were able to create. Now we're going to do something. What are we going to do now? I might go to this book actually. I might just move a couple of things here. Let's get the blood moving a little bit. Now I'm going to do you a song here that normally it's sung by a female singer. But I think it works for a guy to sing to. Okay. The song is called All of Me, and terrific version of this by people like Ella Fitzgerald, Sarah Vaughan, those really classy jazz singers. I think probably even Peggy Lee has a version of this one too. The song is All of Me. Why not take all of me? Can't you see I'm no good without you? Take my lips, I want to lose them. Take my arms, I'll never use them. What about that? Let's have a little bit of an 8-bar introduction. Sounds like a good idea. All of me, why not take all of me? Can't you see I'm no good without you? Take my lips, I want to lose them. Take my arms, I'll never use them. Your goodbye left me with eyes that cry. How can I go on, dear, without you? Oh, you took my part, that once was my heart. Now why not take all of me? Can't you see I'm no good without you? Take my lips, I want to lose them. Take my arms, I'll never use them. Your goodbye left me with eyes that cry. How can I go on, dear, without you? Oh, you took the part that once was my heart. Now why not take all of me? Oh, I hope that got the blood pumping a little bit. All of Me, and that's a classic, probably going back to about, I don't know, 1940s perhaps. I'd have to look that one up though. All right, let's see what we can do here with a little bit of a walk through there, because I noticed another song that's very appropriate for a day like today. And Irving Berlin always gets a look in my book. So if there's an Irving Berlin song that fits the bill, and this one does, you might know this one. In fact, I'm sure you do. I hope there's some words in it that you can chime in with it. These are the words. It's about the day outside today, and it says, blue skies smiling at me, nothing but blue skies do I see. Bluebirds singing a song, nothing but bluebirds all day long. I never saw the sun shining so bright, never saw things going so right. Noticing the days hurrying by, when you're in love, my how they fly. Oh, blue days, all of them gone, nothing but blue skies from now on. Beautiful, simple song that just works so wonderfully well. Irving Berlin was the master of putting words and lyrics together. And as I was just going through those lyrics for you there, it made me think that we're thinking about the blue skies that look so blue because we had a cold start to the morning. But the fellow singing this song, could be a girl singing the song actually. There's nothing to say that it's a male who's voicing the sentiment in this song. But the skies are blue because the singer of the song has found that special someone, and it's making the skies look a bit bluer. And I'm sure that you might be able to join in with me if I do this one. I'll resist the temptation to play this one too quickly. We'll do it about this tempo might be good. Blue skies smiling at me, nothing but blue skies do I see. Bluebirds singing a song, nothing but bluebirds from now on. Never saw the sun shining so bright, never saw things going so right. Noticing the days hurrying by, when you're in love, my how they fly. Oh, blue days, all of them gone, nothing but blue skies from now on. Smiling at me, nothing but blue skies do I see. Bluebirds singing a song, nothing but bluebirds all day long. Never saw the sun shining so bright, never saw things going so right. Noticing the days hurrying by, when you're in love, my how they fly. Oh, blue days, all of them gone, nothing but blue skies from now on. Nothing but blue skies from now on. Nothing but blue skies from now on. Pen of Irving Berlin, that classic, Blue Skies. When you're in love, my how they fly, those blue days. No more blue days for the singer of that song. Okie doke. I'm doing a little bit of a poke around here through the songs because something I'm looking for, and I'm sorry if this is making a bit of noise through my microphone here at the front, but my book is very close to where we are there. This was the song I was looking for. I was playing this the other day, and I thought, I was thinking of Mama Cass. Do you remember Mama Cass from the Mamas and the Papas? I saw a film clip of the Mamas and Papas. I was on the internet, and for some reason, I can't think what I was looking for, but, they give you all these suggestions, and there was Monday Monday by the Mamas and the Papas, and they were appearing on a television show. I'm going to say it was the late 60s, about probably 67 or 68, and they were singing that song Monday, Monday, Monday. That'd be appropriate today, wouldn't it? The 31st, Monday the 31st of May it is today. But anyway, I was watching the Mamas and the Papas. There were two girls, remember, and two guys. There was John and Denny, and the girls were Cass Elliot, Mama Cass they called her, and she became Michelle Phillips. She married, or whether she's even married at the time, to John Phillips, the leader and the main songwriter of the group. Anyway, I digress. They were on this television show and they were singing Monday, Monday. And my heavens, but the harmonies were fantastic. But you know what else stood out? Mama Cass's moves. She could move. She could really get the rhythm happening with her body. And she was dancing away. You know, she had the arms going and it looked like she was just channeling all the rhythm of the song. And of course, without her distinctive voice too, the sound of the Mamas and the Papas would have just, it wouldn't have been the Mamas and the Papas. I think hers was the most distinctive voice, actually, of the four of them. But I'm digressing. Mama Cass had a hit of her own with this particular song that I'm going to play for you now. It's called Dream a Little Dream of Me. We had a song about dreaming just a while back, that Everly Brothers song, didn't we? All I Have to Do Is Dream. And here's another song about dreaming. This is a Depression era song. A lot of us baby boomers, of course, we only knew this song from Mama Cass in the 1960s, but this had been a hit about 40 years earlier. A guy called Gus Kahn wrote this, and a couple of other songwriters too, but Gus is the one that I'm aware of. And it would have been right smack at the start of the Depression. And these Depression-era songs are invariably cheerful. And this is a cheerful song. It's Dream a Little Dream of Me. Beautiful melody. So I'll give you some melody and see where we go with it. Let's have a little bit of an introduction. Remember Mama Cass singing this? Stars shining bright above you, night breezes seem to whisper I love you, birds singing in the sycamore tree, dream a little dream of me, say nighty night and kiss me, say nighty night and tell me you'll miss me, while I'm alone as blue as can be, dream a little dream of me. Stars fading but I linger on, dear, still craving your kiss, I'm longing to linger till dawn, dear, just saying this. Sweet dreams till sunbeams find you, sweet dreams that leave all worries behind you, but in your dreams wherever they be, dream of me. Dream a Little Dream of Me. That wonderful hit for Mama Cass with the Mamas and the Papas. Mama Cass Elliot left us way too young, didn't she? Seems like a lot of the big stars from back then left us way too early, didn't they? I'm thinking of John Lennon. I'm thinking of Janis Joplin. Mind you, they led pretty wild lives, some of these folks. Jimi Hendrix, another one. Left us way too early, didn't they? And even more recently, characters like, who am I thinking of? Prince. George Michael. What did they say? Doesn't really bear to... I was going to say only the good die young, but there was a lot of fast living going on too with some of those folk, wasn't there? But I am inspired now to put a little bit of John Lennon together for you. Inspired myself to think of this. This was probably not a bad Monday morning song either. John Lennon's beautiful Imagine. He wrote and recorded that one after he'd left the Beatles. So that terrific partnership that he had with Paul McCartney was so fruitful for a good decade. And both of them, I think, proved that, well, it's not that they didn't need each other, but that they were very talented in their own rights. And I know a lot of the time Paul and John, when they wrote songs, one would half write a song and Paul might say, John, this needs another verse, or John might say, Paul, I think this song needs a bridge. And they would often collaborate on their songs together. Sometimes they would even just write them individually, but put the Lennon-McCartney name to it. But of course, that song that I just played for you, Imagine, it was John Lennon writing that song on his own. And I quite like that as an instrumental, actually. I guess it's because so many people already know the words, don't they? Okay, while we're in the same key, what about this one? When the night has come, the land is dark, and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Stand by me. Oh darling, won't you stand by me? If the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, all the mountains crumble into the sea. No, I won't shed a tear. No, I'll be here for you, baby, just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me, stand by me. Won't you stand by me? So darling, darling, stand by me. Stand by me. Oh darling, won't you stand by me? Oh darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me, stand by me. Stand by me. That one's a bit of a standard too, isn't it? And it just occurred to me that I made an unconscious connection there. Sometimes I don't follow my song list. I furiously write down some tunes I'm going to play, but then I get carried away and I just put things in the spur of the moment. on the spur of the moment, I should say. But I just realised that Stand By Me is a song that John Lennon recorded too. He recorded an album when he left the Beatles called Rock and Roll. And I tell you what, I reckon John Lennon had one of the great rock and roll voices. But on that album, he did a lot of covers. He did Carl Perkins songs and Chuck Berry and all those kind of things. But he also did a recording of that particular song, Stand By Me. In fact, I can hear it in my head, and I think somewhere I made a subconscious connection when I was playing Imagine and thought, wouldn't it be a good idea to play Stand By Me? So I'm going to put that down to the old subconscious brain working overtime. It does that sometimes, doesn't it? Amazing what can hide in there too. Okay. Now I've got a tune for you here. It's a good fun song, this one. It's an oldie, but it's a fun one. I won't introduce this one. I'll back announce it. Let's see what we can do. Somebody stole my gal. Somebody stole my gal. Somebody came and took her away. She didn't even say she was leaving this kissin' I love so. He's getting now, I know, but gee, I know that she would come to me if she could see her broken-hearted, lonesome pal. Somebody stole my gal. Somebody stole my gal. Somebody stole my gal. Somebody came, took her away. She didn't even say she was leaving. He's kissing me, I know. Now let's do those words again. The kissin' I love so. He's getting some, I know. But gee, I know that she would come to me if she could see that broken-hearted, lonesome pal. Somebody stole my gal. Whew. Okie doke. We're on a roll. Got time for another couple of songs this morning. Let's see what we could do. Here's one I like to play in the key of F. So if you've got your dancing shoes on still, you might enjoy doing a little bit to this. If you ever plan to motor west, travel my way, it's the highway that's the best. You get your kicks on Route 66. Now it winds from Chicago to LA, more than 2,000 miles all the way. You get your kicks on Route 66. Now you go through St. Louis, Joplin, Missouri. Oklahoma City is mighty pretty, you'll see. Amarillo, Gallup, New Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona, don't forget Winona, or Kingman, Barstow, San Bernardino. Won't you get hip to this timely tip? When you take that California trip, get your kicks on Route 66. One for the piano player. St. Louis, Joplin, Missouri, Oklahoma City is mighty pretty, you'll see. Amarillo and Gallup, New Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona, don't forget Winona, or Kingman, or Barstow, or San Bernardino. Oh, do you get hip to this timely tip? When you take that California trip, get your kicks on Route 66. Get your kicks on Route 66. Get your kicks, baby, on Route 66. Bobby Troup wrote it, and it's been a hit for quite a few people over the years, Bobby Troup being amongst those, actually. The version I prefer there, that kind of swing take on it, I stole that from the Manhattan Transfer. Some of you might remember the Manhattan Transfer. Absolutely terrific vocal group. 2 girls, 2 guys. Vocal harmonies out of this world. And they did a really cool swinging version of that, and I thought, well, maybe I better swing that up every time I play that now, so I'm enjoying playing that as a swing tune. Okay, we're getting very close to pull the plug time here. I'm going to play you a little bit of a melody that Elton John doesn't write many instrumentals. He might have written 1 or 2 over the years. I think there may be one on Yellow Brick Road, I think, but he also had a single hit with this one. and to the strains of that lovely Elton John instrumental there, Song for Guy. I'm going to take leave of you for another week, everybody. Lovely to have you along, lovely to be here to play for you once a week. I hope the week is good to you. Stay rugged up. And I don't have my technical assistant here today to help me close up shop, but I'm going to see what I can do here. Now, I think I've got to press this, and then I've got to press this, and hopefully it's goodbye, everybody, and see you next time.